Alright, we're live. Let me go ahead and let the Discord know and we'll start. Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, so for today's video, or stream, I thought it'd be fun to just go over one of the main classes and maybe review, like, you can always look at the tier list for our thoughts, but just reviewing which heroes or which assassins we like to use, strengths and weaknesses of them, and just talk about the class in general too. So, most everyone should be, that started with me at least, should be past the 7-day mark. So you'll have gotten a free Mythic ticket, and some of you may have ended up getting the Assassin ticket. And honestly, when I played on server 7 the first time, I got the Assassin ticket, or the Mythic ticket. Mine was an Assassin ticket. I ended up building a team that didn't use Mythic Assassins, so it was a waste almost. But for those of you that waited till the day 7 to like build a team, I just wanted to go over maybe where you could use that Mythic ticket, and even if that's not the case for you, at least like, hey, I have a bunch of Assassin Evolution Stones, so I might as well build one, right? Because early game, you're going to be low on Evolution Stones. Like, I'm low on Ranger, I have 11. So I'm really struggling with Rangers. Like, I'm sitting on 260 legendary tickets, but not enough Evolution Stones to do anything with it, right? So let's go ahead and look at that. So today's a little bit different, by the way. I won't be able to see the chat that much because I'm not running dual monitors this time. I'm visiting my family, but I still wanted to stream. Let's go ahead and look at, we'll start with just the Mythic Assassins. We'll review those. Then we'll go into the Legendary, and I'm not going to go through all the Mythics, but if one of them stands out, then I guess we can talk about it. So, Mythic Assassins. The Assassin class primarily is for bursting down a single target. They're also very, very fast. They average like this 2804, so yeah, all the Mythic Assassins have the same speed. That's like much faster than the other classes, so they should be going first. You'll notice that, like I said, they do mostly single target, but that's not always the case. I really dislike single target in these kind of games because what ends up happening is the rounds are too short for it to matter. Like, you just want to do AoE burst damage is usually how I feel the best way to play is in these all idle RPG games. But I think with heroes, they do a decent job of making assassins useful, especially the ones that focus supporters seem pretty strong, or the ones that focus mages, right? Anything that like focuses one of those two, because mages tend to be the highest damage dealing class in the game. Rangers also do a lot of damage, but I think they trade off some damage to be faster than mages. So maybe Rangers tend to be a bit better at crowd control. Because they're faster, right? Then supporters are healing, and honestly, some of the healing in this game is ridiculous. Some of the heroes that heal are just doing really good at that. So having an assassin that can shut them down is really good. Those are the pros to the assassins. Like I said, the speed is probably the biggest thing. The fact that they're the fastest class in the game, and single target damage is really, really strong for them. the negatives of the assassin. They're really squishy, obviously, so they can't really frontline unless they have like a immortal or invincibility mechanic. And those, honestly, the backline spots are so coveted by mages and rangers that it's hard to give up one of your backline spots to an assassin. Another thing is assassins tend to... Single target is really good, and also it can be a weakness in that it's really bad, just depending on the team comp. Like, what happens if your assassin's using their single target skill on someone who's invulnerable, or invincible, or immortal, right? That would make it really a waste, whereas a mage, if it does AoE damage to everyone, they're like, yeah, you may hit one invulnerable, but at least you're hitting other things too, right? So assassins can be canceled out. Oh, another pro I should say, in Guild Wars, or not Guild Wars, in Guild Boss, assassins tend to be really strong, right? Because they can focus all their damage on one boss. Let's go ahead and go through the specific heroes for the Mythic Assassins then. Asura, Sun Wukong, Atlachnacha, whatever, and Gumiho. There's like, instantly I look at them, there's already like, I can break them up into tiers. First, I've used Sun Wukong before, and because he was a VIP like reward, so a lot of people ended up using him early. I've also used Gumiho. I'm using her now, actually. And I have not used this spider lady, and I have not used Asura, but I've seen him used before. So I'll go ahead and let's start with Wukong, because, well, a lot of people get him early. They just want to know if he's good or not. I think he's not that good, but here's why. The first off, like, let's not even look at his skills. First off, he's an assassin, which I don't rate as the highest, but tier of classes. But he's also a holy hero, which is the yellow aura up here, or yellow faction, I guess we'll call it. This is really not good because there are so many good holy heroes that you kind of don't want to waste a spot. Oh, like Wukong would have to be so strong for him to be able, like, to compete with Zeus, to compete with Michael, to compete with Jichungbi, to, like, there's so many good light heroes. Even in the legendary tier, there are some heroes who are holy that are better than Wukong, like, you know, Arthur Tank. I mean, I don't want to look through all of them, but you know what I mean. Oh, music down. Thanks for letting me know. Alright. Now let's talk about his skills. So he's part of the stun group. And honestly, he's one of the few assassins that's not single target, and he has a decent chance to stun, so this is like the best part of his kit right here. He has double attack, stun, more damage when he double attacks, hits more people, but like there's nothing special about him. Like, why can't this just be a legendary hero, right? Like, additional normal attack is okay, but like a lot of legendary heroes have this. You're looking for something in a mythic hero that just stands out. You know, think like Justice from Athena or whatever, or, you know, Resurrect, or, you know, something really strong from the game breaking from a mythic. If you're gonna put them on your team, especially if they're holy, he only does damage and that's it. So I just don't see Sun Wukong being that good. But let's go ahead and move on to another one. The Spider Lady. I think she's worse than Wukong somehow. So these two heroes, they both hit 3 units, but at least she focuses low HP, which is good. But the problem is, this is just bad. Lower dodge rate and unable to inflict moving attack due to being restrained. Like, this applies to so few people. Silence just seems way better. This is pretty good, actually, the recovery. But restrain is such a... Like, you're just never going to build her because you're not going to build restrain. This isn't even that bad, honestly. It's just the restrain that's bad about her. Also, she's Chaos, which Chaos isn't as strong as Holy in my opinion, but it's still pretty good. Also, her attack stat is really high. It's yeah, over 30,000, which is high. Now let's go over to Gumiho, who I'm using. So right now I'm ranking like probably Spider Lady in last for these, and fourth, Wukong's in third. Now I'm just gonna go to Gumiho. I'm just gonna go random order because I didn't think it through. So she actually does focus low HP and only one unit for a lot of damage. She has a really high chance to put bleed on them, and then for some reason, even though she only hits one unit with her active skill, she can apply to 3 units at the lowest HP minus recovery, which is great. This is normal. Chance to make them bleed, that's normal. This is where it gets interesting. So her crit rate goes up 30% when her attacking target's HP is above 80%. So basically early on, she'll have a high crit rate. And the cool part about that is, wait, where is it? Paired with her, well, once you get her to 10 stars, it's kind of far. She also has high crit damage, which is really good. Also, she has this 5%. So she's going to have really high crit, right? Where's the last skill here? And she also has survivability. These are all things that you want. You want like high single target damage, and remember how I said like hero needs something kind of game breaking mythic to like take up one of your spots. I think this is it for her. The ability to resurrect 100% chance at back to 30% of her health is really good. Resurrect is always better than like just having more health, because say you're sitting at like 1% of your HP left, you get hit by a really hard hitting attack, it can only do 1% of your total damage to you. You'll just take that hit and then go back to 30%. So it's a little luck based, you know? And then she has continuous recovery, which this is really high percentage, by the way, for 2 turns, when she gets a kill. It's kind of hard. It's, like, it shouldn't be that hard for her, but because she has such a high, she focuses low HP and she has such a high damage number. But honestly, on my team, I have so many other good damage dealers. I don't know how she's going to steal kills from other people. But still, I think she's really good. The resurrection just makes her, and the continuous recovery, that's the game-breaking thing that she needs for her to take a spot on my team. And she does, but I don't have her leveled up yet because, I mean, not enough copies. Now let's go to Asura, who I think I'm going to give the #1 spot for Assassin, specifically because he's just so good on burn teams. And not just that, he's red. There are some, I'm not saying red's a bad faction, but compared to Chaos and Holy, where like there's so many good heroes to choose from, red doesn't have that many, especially like in burn. So he hits low HP. Very high chance to burn for a very high percentage. And here's his game-breaking thing, right? He starts the battle off it says continuous, so forever, with Great Flame. So it inflicts damage upon all enemies under burn. So on a burn team, he's just going to be doing damage all game to whoever, extra damage to whoever is burned, which is great. Like on a burn team, this is awesome, right? So it's like kind of redundant when I say things like, oh, a burn hero is good on a burn team. But this is a case where, seriously, like he's way better on a burn team than if you were just slot him into a non-burn team, right? So you know some of those like big whales that have teams with like one mythic from every synergy. The reason that's good is because you can like pick and choose the best mythics from each one, and you've spent enough money, you can probably level up all their link buffs to the point where they're, you know, pretty similar in strength. The downside to it is 2 things. One is, I mean, this example, Asura would not be that great on a non-burn team. So you couldn't pick Asura and be like, let me throw him in there with, you know, a silence hero, bleed hero, and all this other stuff. I think he needs to be on a burn team. And then also those +% damage to whatever type of hero, like to a bleeding unit or to a burning, or to an enemy that's silence or whatever, you don't get that buff if you're running different things. So there's a trade-off, right? Also, he burns a lot of people, so for 3 turns every time he kills them, so it's good. I would rate him the best for the assassins, only on a burn team though. I think if you had to plug and play an assassin, it would be Gumiho would probably be better than Asura, but on a burn team, this guy is really strong. Alright, let's go ahead and hit up the legendaries. There's a lot. There's a lot. I don't know how I'm going to do this, in what order I'm going to do it. To be honest, I haven't used all of them. I've used some though, surprisingly. I've used Dracula, I used Beowulf, I've used Guangato before. I've seen Jiangxi being used. But the others I don't know too much about. But we'll go through them anyway. Let's do the holy heroes first, and then we'll move on. Beowulf is the first one I want to cover because you guys probably have him. He was like given as a reward for the new hero welcome event. Sorry, catching up on chat. So the damage to supporter backline 1 unit I think is really good. I would probably say it's the best active skill you can have for the assassin archetype. But we'll get to his bad stuff later. Let's keep going. So he can freeze with a pretty high percentage chance, I think. 35% chance for freeze is really good. And then gets crit damage after he uses... You know I don't like crit damage. Everyone knows I really don't like crit damage. I'd rather always have crit chance than crit damage, right? But he gets crit damage. This is normal. So freezes targets under... For a normal attack, that's also normal. Damage 25% when he critical hits. So you want crit rate again. This is good skill, by the way. I think this is like... This is probably like better than just crit damage. But he needs... This is really good too. 100% crit or berserker chance when... They need to explain the berserker buff a little bit better, but basically he gets a lot of attack when he critical hits, and it's for 2 turns. But the problem is this here is his crit rate goes up, or sorry, 25% only when his HP is below 50%, but at least it's guaranteed. So I don't think he's bad. The problem is I think you're gonna have to run crit cards on him to be useful, and he takes up the holy spot. So my standards are higher for this hero than the other ones because he's new hero, so I expect him to be better, and he's a holy hero, so you know. Obviously, I think he'll be required for freeze teams, and he's not that bad if you're going full freeze. But I don't know if I would put him into a 3-3, right? Like if I were running silence freeze, I would probably not bring Beowulf unless I had a bunch of copies, which I do because of the stupid event. But so I guess I would have used him. But if it weren't for the event giving us a lot of copies of him, I don't think I would have used him over Arthur. But for sure, pretty good. I think probably going to be one of the best assassins on this list. But right, like I said, his standards are higher. Now let's compare him to Guangato, who is... He's bad. I've used him. He's really bad. Like, only silences other enemy assassins, which, by the way, assassins aren't that common. Defense, like, who cares? 5% is nothing. And, like, the cool part is he's an assassin that... What? No. I wasn't away. Game, what are you doing? I was clicking stuff. Sorry. Alright, let's get back to where I was. Gonna make me do the filter again. That's fine. It's cool that he hits everybody, but that's not really an assassin's job, you know? Crit rate, that's decent. This is not good, really. Like, 30% chance, only 15% crit rate, and then there's more crit damage you don't want. And then for some reason he bleeds, even though he's a silence hero, and it's not a very high percent chance to do it. Crit damage. Remember, I already said I don't like crit damage. He's just a bad hero, honestly. I don't like him, and he's yellow. Like, this makes Beowulf look really strong. Okay, and let's go to the last holy one, Nuada. Uh, I think he's a lot better than Guangato was. I think I'm gonna rank him. Well, let's look at his skills. So he actually gives damage reduction to an ally with the lowest HP. That's cool that he has a supportive ability, and damage reduction is a really good skill or buff. Also, he shocks really high percent chance, but it's only on one unit, right? And he focuses low HP. That's really good. Crit rate is pretty... Oh, 50%. So this is not bad either, actually. I'll take this. Better than the 5% attack buff, I think. So the recovery is minus 40% to enemy 2 units. That's decent. This is normal. The crit damage again. Useless. This is normal. Interesting. 750 true damage. It's okay. It depends how high this goes with leveling. If this... I don't have a copy of him, so I can't check. I can't really give a good value without knowing how far up this goes with leveling. But honestly, it's not... You don't get it till 10 star. I like that he has a shield for himself every time he uses his active skill. That's pretty cool. He's going to have a high attack stat, right? So it's going to give him a pretty big shield. I think he's pretty good. Definitely better than Guangato, but... I'm not sure if he's as good as Beowulf. He's about the same. I think they're about the same rank. So, actually, I'm impressed with that. The problem is Zeus is better, and he's also Holy Shock. So, don't know what you're going to do about that. Zeus and Michael are better, so you'll never use this guy. At least with Beowulf, you kind of have to use him in a freeze team. Jack the Ripper. Damage. This is really good. Nice. Stun. Not bad. It's only to 1 unit. It's okay. Double attack. He gets 10%. She gets 10% attack when uses active skill. It's pretty good. And another 5% attack. Attack's a great stat. Stun. Damage. Honestly, not bad. It's pretty boring kit, but it's not terrible. I guess the best thing is this, like, focusing a low HP unit is great. I'm gonna rate higher than Guangato and probably equal. No, a little bit lower than Beowulf and Noada. Let's go to Hanzo. Damage. 2 units. That's not. Oh, restrain. Oh no. It's like. It's just restrain's not good. Upon double attack, extra damage, crit rate went up a lot. Wow, his crit rate went up a lot. It's just no. He's down there with Guangato. He's bad. Oh, Dracula's good. I like Dracula. He hits the front line, which is not that great, but he puts a bleed on them and reduces their recovery. Recovery on the front line, I feel like, or negative recovery on the front line is better than negative recovery to the back line, just because the front line tends to have more recovery skills. That's why you'll notice it has like only 16% instead of like the 40 that we saw earlier. Transfusion is a really good skill. He heals like a certain amount, like 10% of the damage he deals, which is really good. And then, wait a second. Yeah. It's double transfusion. So when he drops below 50% HP, he has a 100% chance to start healing 100% of the damage he deals to himself for 2 turns, which is really good. Wish it lasted longer or had like a way to reset so he could keep doing that, but it's not bad. I probably rank him maybe the highest so far, or like on the same tier as Beowulf. I'll probably, like, if I had to do it in order, I'll probably go Dracula, Beowulf, Jack the Ripper, Nuada, Hanzo, Guangedo. I don't know, these two are about the same. Anyway, let's keep going. Damages the entire backline, which is always really good. This is awesome because it's probably most common to see 2-4 as a team, so this is hitting 4 people usually. This isn't that bad. 3% is really low, but I'm hoping this can go higher once you level up the skill. Like, much higher. No, this is bad. Whoa, 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 whoa. Plus damage to poison units 15%. Plus damage to poison units 15%. Twice. Twice. Interesting. Alright, so Jinx, all this hero has to do is impress me with the last skill, and I'm gonna rank them probably as the best assassin in the legendary tier, because this is 15% extra damage. And this is another 15% extra damage. This is like better than anything else on a team with like Cthulhu on it, right? Cthulhu basically poisons everyone that hits him. So on a poison team, I think I would definitely bring this character. But I have to be impressed by this one. Let's see. It's not great. It could have been better. Poison on normal attack, it's whatever. And then poison 25%, only a 25% only chance. I guess it's to the entire backline though. I guess it's to the entire backline. Dang. I was gonna give it such a higher rank, but the last skill was kind of disappointing. So I'm gonna put it probably on the tier right below Dracula and Beowulf, probably on like Jack the Ripper tier. Alright, let's go to Saladin. Damage 200%, enemy backline mage. That's good. Burn. Target under a cushion. That's good actually. It's yes, okay. This is bad. I don't like that. Lots of crit damage, which you know I don't like. Unless we get something good here. I mean, this is really strong. You'd have to build full crit on this guy, and I think he'll die too fast. Nope, I don't like Saladin. I mean, I think you would just have to have Asura as your assassin on this team and not Saladin. So, Saladin, you're getting ranked really low. Probably like Hanzo Gongedo tier. Sorry. Damage to any mage unit. Petrify, pretty good chance. Minus dodge, not that great. Oh, this is good. 2-turn berserk. That's good. He's like he's like Jack the Ripper basic. I'm just gonna put it on Jack the Ripper tier. So far I think Dracula and Beowulf stand out as probably the better ones. Then you've got Jack the Ripper, Nuada, and Hansaba on their tier. So it'd be like, no one's S tier that stands out to me here, obviously. So Dracula and Beowulf are A tier. Then B tier would be Jack the Ripper, Jiangshi, Hassan Saba. And then C tier is probably, or like, I guess Nuada is like B minus, C plus. And then C tier is like Saladin, Guangedo, and then Hanzo's like F tier because he's restrained. I think restraint needs a buff or a remake. Nothing good. Alright, let's pick up. Let's just go ahead and quickly look through the mystery heroes. Is there anyone here that stands out to me? Oh, Jester. I used him before. Lodbrok I've seen used before. This is, oh, sorry, turn 3. Yeah, he dies before that usually. He's pretty squishy. Yeah, you have to get to turn 3 for him to be good. This isn't bad. Honestly, not that bad. Like, has quite a bit of survivability. Not gonna do that much damage though. And wow, probably one of the fastest units in the game. Not gonna do a lot of damage, but will survive. Okay, this is pathetic. Who coded this? Who's like, let's give him 1% buff. Okay. Pretty good. Oh, only 1 unit. Never mind. Really fast. On 3 normal attacks? Nah, he's not that good. So the reason I said Jester, I used him before because I didn't think it was that bad. Mainly the skill point reduction on the whole backline, I thought was pretty good. So he hits the entire backline, which I said was good, and then the chance to reduce their skill points. Remember, he's fast. Like he's an assassin, so he's gonna go early. So I can really mess up a team, you know? And then the chance to hit more than one person is good because it procs with his, where is it? This here. Upon normal attack has a 10% chance to silence for 2 turns. Like, I know that's a really low percent chance on a normal attack, but you know, he can hit more than one person on a normal attack. And you'll see he has a lot of crit rate buffs. 10%, 5%. A lot of double attack buffs. The double attack buffs with the additional normal attack buff is pretty good. It's a good combo. Like, and this is the best thing about them for sure, is removing their skill points to the entire backline. But really squishy. Dies way too fast. Restrain, not even gonna look at him. He's probably not good. Burn. Dang, Burn has too many assassins. And you have to take Asura over this guy. Oh, another one of the true damage guys. Actually has a good chance to double attack. It hits the entire backline and reduces their speed. That's not bad. Oh, but he's yellow. Whew. But he's actually, I'm pretty impressed so far. Not hit. Target under condition upon your attack. Okay. Oh, this is cool. I guess he's the second best one I've seen so far for Mystery. He had to be good because he was taking up a holy spot, you know? Damage 100%. Enemy active 3. Let's see. Speed. It's not bad, I guess. And the last skill. Nah, he's not very good. I hate this -5 defense. Like, it's not gonna make a difference, you know. So I do think that like if we're gonna use a mystery one, Napoleon, Jester seem the two best ones. Werewolf wasn't that bad, I guess. At least she can survive. But yeah, the assassins in the mystery tier aren't looking too good. Anyway, that's all of them, guys. Thanks for sticking through that. If I find anything else out, like if I fight one of these guys that are a lot stronger than I thought, I'll let you know. I know I struggled against Jiangxi, I think, in like a portal or something once. So maybe that hero's not that bad, but it's hard to tell from PvE if a hero is good or not, right? That's not my team anymore. Our guild is doing really well. Off topic, but go to guild. Like everyone's logging in. Look at that. Wait, do we have 100% attendance? Oh, just one person. And maybe another one. No, alright, nice. Just one person hasn't logged in today. That's really good. And everyone should be donating more than 1 guild coin. This guy. But yeah, everyone's donating 20, which is really great. Wow, that looks so good. Look at all this 20. Raw again, only one? Alright, that's it. I called him out on stream. Someone needs to message him. I mean, I can. I just gotta find his Discord name. Oof, I need to spend that. Nice, Guild War, let's go. I think I can beat this. So, we'll try it. Let's see if we can beat it. Nice. Good dodge. Dang, my healer didn't get to cast their skill. I mean, if my team ever gets to actually use their attacks, that'd be great. I'm gonna lose. For sure. My bad, guild. I got unlucky. I got unlucky, guild. I've let you guys down on stream. In my front line, every single basic attack went and hit my healer. So I don't like putting my healer on the front line, but I don't know what else to do, you know? With my team. Also, she didn't get to use her skill, which would have wiped everyone out. And I should have seen this. It's not normal to lose to that. Obviously, my team is stronger, but it's because of the buffs. 80%. Whew. I thought we defeated some of their territories, but no, we've only killed one. 80% that's like doubling. I want to buy that, but must save money. Yeah, I got kicked from the guild now. I'm out. Let's do a couple more battles and then I'll get off for today. My team is bad. Waiting on evolution stones mainly. Wow. Every single basic attack is going. Every single one. There we go, Franklin. I need to figure out. Oh my gosh. Stop focusing Nightingale before she can cast her skill. There we go. Hit Alexander some, please. Now they all get to cast their skill. Ooh, nice. Resurrection. I think there's something wrong with Zhuge. I think Zhugelang or whatever his name is. I think it's broken. Like, I actually think there's something wrong with that hero. Like, I'm gonna fight another person that uses him. No. Oh gosh, but I can't beat Elder. Why is his power so low? Elder's power is like less than 300,000, but he has all 6-star and above heroes. It must be the mystery heroes, huh? Shock team. Yeah, I definitely can't beat that. But I think, let me look at that real quick, guys. Oh, yeah, I lost 4. This guy hit me and only got 4. Bleed. Silence? Crap. This guy's running the same team as me. Just watch this, guys. It's gonna take a while to get there. But watch when he casts his skill. Why is it putting so many attack buffs on the back line? Okay, it's coming up now. Now watch the backline's attack, guys. That many? 5 stacks of... That's broken, isn't it? I need to read his skill again. I mean, I knew he was strong. That's why we rated him S tier, because I've seen that before. This isn't the first time I've seen him do that. Alright, we saw. Is it supposed to do that, though? The question. Where is it? It's here. Yeah. Why is attack 5%? Ally, backline, all. Attack target HP above 80%. Then attack target HP above 80%. Wait, so it's applying for everyone that does this? For every attack target that HP is above 80%, it's giving 5% attack, stacking, and he hits everyone. So my whole team had over 80% of their max health, so he applied 6 stacks of 5% to the team. So he was giving the whole backline 30% extra attack. I don't think is what they meant. I don't think they meant to do this, because every time he attacks, it just keeps stacking? This just doesn't seem like it. I think they messed this up. I don't think this is intentional, though. Like, I think they incorrectly... Like, no hero has ever buffed 30% of his entire team, basically. His backline is not... His backline shouldn't be getting a 30% buff every time he attacks, and it stacks on itself. Right, so what's to stop him from, like, you know, getting extra skill points, doing it again? Now your team has 60% extra attack, then 90%. Like, he just can't keep stacking it. I think this is messed up. Because he can get a lot of skill point, right? And he can do it, like, it lasts for 2 turns, but what's to stop him from doing it 2 turns in a row with all this extra skill point? I think it's broken. I might even send in a bug report, let them know. That doesn't seem right to me. why this hero would be so much better than all the other legends. Because that's better than most mythics. If this shouldn't be stacking. But that has me curious now. How many other heroes have that stupid thing like this? HP attack target. Let me look for it. I'd even lose to it. It's just obviously broken. And it's a fairly new game, so I understand there will be things that are broken. But as long as they fix it, it shouldn't be a problem. Dang, I don't want to go through all of the heroes. But I'm sure there's someone else who can do the same thing. And I want to see if it's specifically his problem, or if this other hero that has the same ability. I'm looking for that attack target, HP above 50%, so this should be easier. So his damage... but he only hits one person, doesn't he? Dang it. Gotta find one where it matches this, and it matches this. These assassins, even if they have it, they're usually single target, so... Like, this is really good. Attack target HP above 80%, which is gonna happen, and it only has a 45% chance, not 100%. But see, it only hits one unit. I'm not gonna sit here and try to find it on stream. Attack target, whatever. Oh well. If you guys can think of any, let me know. Like, I know it exists where it has this, like, attack target above whatever HP or below whatever HP, but we're looking for it on someone that hits, that hits the whole team or, like, the whole backline or something broken like that. Like, if this guy had it, then I would be like, oh. But I'm not seeing it. I think it's broken. I just want to see if there's another hero that applies it as well. It's too many heroes though. Because so far everyone else that I've seen that does that only hits one person, so you know it's not that useful. Not as useful. The fact that he hits everyone, and for each one that it hits, which is everyone, 6 people, he stacks that ability 6 times. That doesn't seem right to me. Also, it's a 100% chance to do it. Even some of the single target ones, I've seen like, you know, 45% chance for it to work. Like, that doesn't seem right. The next patch is hero balancing, right? I'm pretty sure him and Rasputin, I think, are going to get nerfed. They're both way too strong for legendary heroes. They're better than most of the mythic heroes, honestly. Rasputin and Zoo and Arthur and... like, those 3 are, like, way too good to be legendary heroes. Arthur tanks better than all of the mythic tanks. Zoo buffs better than a supporter, even though he's a mage and does damage. That doesn't make any sense, by the way, but okay. Make him a supporter and give him that. Then he shouldn't be able to do as much damage, and he'll be really slow. But instead, he's a mage, so... too strong. And then, oh yeah, Rasputin is just really OP. Like, he's also one person that you can just, like, put all your resources into and he'll hard carry. Hungle Dong. Anyway. Oh, this hero is really broken, but she's a mythic, so like I feel like all the mythics need to be broken in a sense because they are way harder to get. I think mythics are in a good spot. It's just some of the legendaries are too strong and the mysteries are too random. Like some are pretty good and some are really trash. Like they need to buff the really trash mysteries a tiny bit just to make them like, you know, C tier. Some of them are down there like F tier. But overall the hero balance is okay. There's just a couple that stand out to be way too strong. Like Zoo you can put on any team. Like there's a pretty strong point like if I mean 30% attack to the entire backline is just that's and it's 100% chance for it to happen. It's not like that's too strong. It's way too strong. Anyway, thanks for watching today, guys. Oh wait, they should just reduce 10% attack to 5. It is 5%. Oh, I forgot that you can actually level that thing up. I bet you it levels up the percent. You're talking like 60% attack when it's leveled up. Ugh, I was about to say goodbye, but I have to check now. I have one. I can level them. No, don't use the filter. It's better just to scroll through all your heroes. Oh my gosh, it goes up. Oh, it can go up to like 10%. Oh, you're talking 60% attack to the entire backline. Oof. Oof. It's too strong. It's too broken. That's really just too broken. It just shouldn't stack. Like, I think what they meant to do was give 5% attack to the entire backline when he attacks a target whose HP is above 80%. But it shouldn't stack. Like, once you've given a 5% to someone, like the Robin Hood next to him or whatever, alright, you got to 5%. I hit another guy with, but you already have the 5%. It shouldn't be like, oh, let's just keep doing it over and over and over. Like, now everyone I hit, who hits everyone, of course, I'm going to keep giving you this 5%, which is 10% when leveled. This hero is actually a must build, I feel like. There's no buff in the game better than 60% attack to your entire team. Your entire backline, sorry. And he's a mage, so he does good damage on his own, too. To be honest, he'd be pretty average if it weren't for that skill. Like, look at his other skills. They're bad. Focus is assassins. Minus skill points, which is good, but only do assassins. Hit percent armor break. Normal, like, everything else is so meh. And then he's got these two abilities, which are so broken. I don't think that's what they meant to do with this hero. I think it shouldn't be stacking. Anyway, I gotta get off. Thanks for watching. Peace. It changes to a random. Broken again. Super broken.